Throughout my life, from being a karate instructor to a veterinarian to being a CEO of a publicly listed biotechnology company, I haven't really found myself to be affected by bias or inequality. I have seen it where my friends have been affected by it, and I've always given them the advice to push through, focus on their goals, and then they will achieve their outcomes. I've found that that's worked for me in my life, and I always support other women to do the same.
A few things come to mind, some in the workplace and also just in general life. So one that's often front of mind for me is I see a lot of board recruitment and am often requested to provide ideas for new directors. I think the value is really there in running a proper process, and what that means is I guess evaluating what the board requirements are to fit their skills matrix, and then making sure that you're reviewing all the candidate possibilities available. I think back in the old days, people would just go with who they knew, and that could often mean that both diversity and the talent pool could be very shallow, and it could also lead to overboarding. So I think it's been shown time after time having a range of backgrounds and genders in any organisation can both lead to great diversity and better business performance.
I have seen a very genuine intent to be able to level the playing field, to take on these issues. And the challenge isn't necessarily a lack of willingness, although it may come across that way in the execution. It's a kind of genuine sense of we don't really quite understand, or we just don't know how to kind of solve that problem. So again, it comes back to problems. So I think it's really important that that all parties come together and really think through the practical challenges to work through the barriers that get in the way of inclusiveness and equity. Now, that's not to say that there aren't bad actors around, and not to say that there aren't bad organisations with bad cultures. But in my experience, the positive intent has definitely been there. It might be a sense of not really knowing how.
On the personal front, I think it really starts in the home. So, I'm the mother of 3 boys, and for me, I see it as one of my main roles to instill in them a belief that everyone's equal and to break down any stereotypes that they may encounter. I'm confident there's a generational shift happening because I can also see it amongst my friends that have daughters. They're empowering their daughters from day one to have a voice and an opinion, and they're instilling in them a belief that they are smart, strong, and just as capable as the boys around them. And once these girls have the self-belief instilled in them from the beginning, and then they are allowed to have the right environment to thrive, there really will be no stopping them. Imagine a world where there is no need for International Women's Day. That's the world that I strive for.